3, this is Bluebird. Do you read? Over.
This is Rhino 3, reading you loud and clear, Bluebird. Over.
Rhino 3, change of plans. Jack Frost is heading for the Kapachi Kindergarten. ETA 3 hours. Provide support for a helo. Over.
Wilco, Bluebird, we're moving out. ETA 2 hours. Over and out.
Jack Frost? That's an old nickname me and Boris gave Professor Semenov when we were still students. Could it be? He brought me here to Pripyat years ago. Helped me get Tatiana a position too. And now he works for NAR? He must have his reasons, and he's always been a brilliant scientist. He's still my best shot at finding Tatiana. I need to see him.
Your old mentor, huh? Try and find him if you think it's important. Just be extra careful.
I'm always careful, Olivier.
You'll most likely have an escort. Try to sneak past. Don't go Rambo on them.
Georgy Semenov, a good old Jack Frost. You must wonder what happened to him all those years ago. Why would he work with the NAR, my love? Surely he must have a good explanation. He was always kind to us.
I should have brought that goddamn power bar. I'm starving. All work and no play makes Vladimir a dull boy. I hate being outside. Cold, wet, and full of mosquitoes all biting you in the dick. What's that smell? Did someone take a shit out here or what? Hear that? I bet it's... What, are you drunk or something? Fuck, he's a goner! dispatched an entire squad to fly in here and escort this old fart just so he can dig through some papers?
This old fart is more valuable to them than an entire battalion of grunts like you.
Guess I'm in the wrong line of work, huh? Not at all, Sasha. I think you're exactly where you're supposed to be.
surprised to see you here. You are.
It's Igor. You remember me, Professor Semenov, don't you? It's been a long time. I thought you would have retired by now. But I guess there's no rest for a man of science like you and me.
Igor, it's so good to see you. But what are you doing here? It's not safe.
What are you doing here, Professor? Are you really working for NAR? Do you know what they're doing in the zone? How they treat the summer shells?
Please, Igor, slow down. My concern is science, as it always has been. The politics and administrative piffle, I leave to others.
Then what are you doing here exactly?
You don't need to worry about me. I haven't turned into Dr. Mengele. I study the local, fauna. They're very peculiar, very dangerous. You must have run into them at some point. There are reports dating back from before the Chernobyl catastrophe. It's very important that we gather every bit of available information.
Let the man catch his breath. Otherwise he may become suspicious. He was probably forced to work for NAR. That's my guess.
So this is Semenov. Very smooth, very slick. I wouldn't trust him if I were you.
Reports? In an abandoned kindergarten?
It wasn't only a kindergarten, you know. Back then, we've always been watched, monitored by those who want to control us. I tried to shield you from this. So this place, it used to be KGB document storage. There's a lot of stuff left in the basement.
Please answer me, Professor. Did you sign some sort of pact with NAR?
A pact? How melodramatic. How ominous. I signed a confidentiality agreement and a contract of work, yes. But I'm not responsible for how they police their facilities. They have people for that. Can't you see what's going on here? This is much too important to leave to the half-wits in military uniforms and Armani suits. Chernobylite needs to be properly studied by real professionals.
I haven't seen Tatiana in 30 years. I seem to have some blank spots in my memory. I can't remember what happened the night of the disaster. I need to find her. I need to find out what happened to us.
Reactor number 4. That was a real disaster. Some of our colleagues paid the ultimate price for this misguided experiment. That's what happens when politicians are placed in charge of scientists. And Tatiana, such a sweet girl, and your friend Boris. You three were inseparable. I called you my 3 musketeers, remember? Look, my security detail will be back soon to collect me. I don't want them to hurt you or start asking questions.
How can I get in touch?
I will find you. Now, go.
Christ, what kind of experiments have the KGB been conducting? Is the NAR trying to continue their work?
Can I talk to you for a moment, Igor?
How you doing, Olga? Everything all right?
You keep mentioning this girl, Tatiana. Despite NAR, the lurkers, Chernobylite, and everything else happening in the zone, you somehow managed to stay laser-focused on her.
Tatiana is the reason I'm here.
I admire your dedication, but at the same time, it worries me.
Why?
There's a lot at stake here. We think we have an idea what NAR is up to, but what if we've only scratched the surface? What if their plans go beyond the zone, to encompass the whole world?
That sounds just a bit far-fetched.
Doesn't mean I'm wrong. What if the only way to stop them is razing everything to the ground and killing everyone? I mean, everyone.
That's not going to happen. I'll find a way.
I hope you do, Igor. I really hope so.
I'd like to rethink your gear loadout.
Sure, Igor. Just don't make a mess of my inventory. What can I do for you, Professor?
I'd like to rethink your gear loadout.
Sure, Igor. Just... What can I do for you, Professor?
I'd like to rethink your gear loadout.
Sure, Igor. What can I do for you, Professor?
I'd like to rethink your...
Sure. What can I do for you? What can I do for you, Professor?
I'd like to rethink your gear loadout.
Sure. What can I do for you, Professor?
Hi, Olga.
I'd be glad.
Actually,
Yo, Professor Kate!
Good.
Ever heard of Kasparovsky?
yes.
When I was just a little shit, my auntie took me to Slav. That's only 50 kilometers from Chernobyl. He came to perform psychic healing sessions for the lick.
Psychic healing mind.
Why do you have to be like that? Why don't you try opening your mind? Just crack that solid steel skull of yours the tiniest bit and let...
It's just not my cup of tea. I deal with cold, hard facts. Everything else is fantasy, or at best speculation.
But there are alternate worldviews and scientific theories, no?
No, there aren't. Unless you can prove something using the scientific method, it's no more than someone's opinion.
But maybe different scientific worldviews can somehow coexist. It's all in our mind. Perhaps the Earth can be like a ball and like a pancake at the same time.
Earth is not a ball. It's a fucking oblate spheroid.
See? You're already coming up with alternate theories. Fucking A!
It's not an alternate theory.
I knew I could expand your worldview. I'm glad to have you as my friendo Igoro. But enough chit-chat. We got shit to do.
Sure, whatever you say. Mikhail, you've been around. You could teach me.
Perhaps a fucking loot gathering and prepare.
Actually, do you think you could find some...
But I'll be...
Maybe some other time.
You're the boss.
What can I do for you, Professor?
Hi, Olga.
I'd be glad to.
Fantastic.
No jokes. All right, it seems I've got my work cut out for me. This is gonna be extremely difficult, maybe even dangerous.
I thought you were going to teach me how to effectively pack a bag. How could that be dangerous?
Dangerous for my mental health. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Firstly, I want to address the fact that, for some reason, I'm the only one who can teach you the art of packing. Presumably because I'm a woman. I find that sexist, extremely, and offensive.
I beg your pardon?
Thank you. That said, I do have some tricks up my sleeve, or should I say, up my bag, that I can share with you. Because frankly, Igor, when I look at the warehouse and how you furnish and organize it, it makes me weep.
You weep? I never noticed.
I'm weeping on the inside. My soul bleeds when I see this chaotic trash heap of grime and despair. No clean lines, no aesthetic, just a man cave reeking of testosterone.
That's a little bit harsh, don't you think?
But fear not, as a wise man once said, when the student is ready, the teacher reveals herself.
And you're the teacher.
Yes, I am. Here's the first secret. It's all in your head.
What do you mean?
The chaos in your head translates into the chaos in your inventory. The more organized you are, the clearer your thoughts, the purer your mind, the better your packing skills.
But
nothing. Don't argue. Don't deny it. Don't fight the truth. Just be silent and absorb. I'll let you think on this for a couple minutes or hours. You did good, Professor. Sweat, blood, and tears are the secret formula to becoming a master.
Yes, comrade. We think that this subject could be the key. Patient Zero. Yes. She was pregnant. Only a couple of weeks. Yes, we were surprised too. No, she won't tell us who the father is. Based on the intel that our friends in the KGB provided us with, we've got 2 possible candidates. Unfortunately, one of them is already dead. Absolutely, comrade. We've taken every precaution to make sure that Emilieva and her child are safe and sound. We're very curious too. We could be on the brink of something big here. Yes, I will keep you posted.
Dear God, Tanya? She was with child? Our child? And she was this patient Zero. They were using her for their experiments from the start.
My little bird, my little sweetheart. Soon you will see the blue sky, the meadows. You will hear the sound of the ocean, smell the pine trees, feel the sunlight on your face. You're a very special boy. You have a bright future ahead of you. I want you to go far, far away from here and be happy. Don't be afraid. I will always be close to you. In your heart, in your deepest memories, find me there.
It's time. We have to hurry.
I love you, my sweetheart. Your mommy loves you very, very much. Now go.
Tanya was kept prisoner here. And her child. Did someone take it away from her?
Yes, this is regrettable. My men are looking into it.
Regrettable? It's a fucking... disaster. How could you let this happen? If someone finds out...
Mind your tone, comrade. I was fighting in Afghanistan when you were still pissing in your underwear. Now the boy suffered from acute autism. Couldn't even speak. My bet is he's probably lying in a ditch somewhere. However, he couldn't have escaped on his own. Someone helped him.
Are you saying it was an inside job?
It's too soon for definite conclusions, but yes, I would say so.
So, it must be a spy, a CIA asset.
You KG people see spies everywhere. That probably explains why your arrest records are so high. Saddam is on the brink of invading Kuwait. I'm sure the CIA has more pressing problems than your research. No, this is not the CIA. This is someone closer to home. Don't worry. I intend to find out who.
Look, General, I'm sorry I spoke out of turn before. I really do appreciate your work. You are vital to our efforts. The Duga project and our research, it could be bigger than nuclear weapons, bigger than even the space wars. A lot is at stake here, even the future of the motherland. I already spoke with some of the party members, and...
Let me be frank with you, comrade. The Soviet Union is falling apart at the seams, and I don't think anything can prevent that from happening. I'm not a scientist, but I've seen enough to know that this, Chernobylite, on the other hand, could be the key to our future. We all have to do whatever's necessary to prepare for it.
So, Tanya had a boy, and he escaped. Was it mine? God, if it was, I can't. Compose yourself, Igor. Looks like the KGB was trying to expedite the Chernobylite experiments. Maybe they were even hoping that the findings would prolong the life of the Soviet Union. Clearly, they didn't succeed.
Help! Eva! Pomogите! Oh, the devils are coming for me! I can see them skulking in the bushes. They sniff me out, the dirty rats! You have to help me, Mousy. I am the only one who can defeat the Rat King. The junkyard in Kopachi. You hold the fate of the world in your hands. Please, hurry.